Hey everyone, it's me again. I just wanted to share something quickly on here. Last week, when Eric and I went to church, I was starting to feel a little, I wouldn't say jealous, but maybe upset because most of the people that have been praying to have kids have already been blessed by God with kids. And I know that our church has been actively praying for us to get pregnant someday soon. And I also know for a fact that of all the people that have asked the church to pray for them to get pregnant, of all the people that are on the list, Eric and I are the only ones that have not been blessed with a child just yet. Didn't really bother me. I know that in God's perfect time, He will also bless us with wonderful kids. Last week, when we went to church, I saw a lot of first time moms, new moms, with their kids with them. Some of them are even older than us. And I started to feel, I wouldn't say jealous. Jealous isn't the right term because I'm actually really happy, genuinely happy for them. But I was just a little upset that still I'm not yet pregnant, even though Eric and I have been trying for years. But anyway, just before the preacher went up the stage to start his sermon, I whispered a little something to Eric. I said, I wish we're gonna get pregnant soon. Like, we're the only ones on the list that still hasn't been blessed with a child. And his response was, be patient and do not worry. He said it like in a calm and gentle manner and in a reassuring way as well. And that made me feel a little better. And then a few minutes later, the pastor went up the stage and started his sermon. And his sermon was exactly about not having to worry. I just find it so amazing that God really has a way of reminding you when He wants you to be reminded of something. I just find it awesome, cute, and funny that Eric was just telling me that, and then God was kind of like confirming His message to me through the pastor and his word for that day. After that, I just felt like my feelings of fear and anxiety of not having kids or not ever getting pregnant was replaced with security and hope. I'm not gonna lie, over the last 3 years, I've been feeling very anxious. I have this fear that maybe I will never get pregnant, that maybe Eric and I will never have kids. And, I'm not perfect. I understand that everything happens in God's perfect time, but I would be lying if I said that that thought never crossed my mind. But after Eric told me that, and after God confirmed it with me, confirmed His promise with me through the pastor, every time I'd see kids or every time I think about pregnancy and stuff like that, I just never felt the same. I never felt pressured or anxious or afraid, or I've never had any more doubts. Like even today when we went to church, there were 5 kids that were dedicated to the Lord. And, I was so surprised at myself that I didn't feel weird or awkward or jealous. I know that jealous is not the right word, but for lack of better terms, like I was standing there with all these moms with their kids, and I just never felt envious or I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like I just felt at peace. I'd never felt that before. Like whenever I'd see moms with their babies, I would always feel a little tug in my heart I would always like tend to be impatient and go like, Lord, please, like, when are you going to give us kids? But today it was just different, and it started last week. After Eric said that, and after the Lord confirmed it with the pastor. So, yeah, if you're also a PCOS woman like me, if you've been trying to have kids for years, know this. In God's perfect time, He will absolutely bless us, bless you, bless me with wonderful kids. Because I believe that if it wasn't God's will for us to be moms, then He would have taken this desire in our hearts, this desire to be moms, this desire to have kids. So I know that in His perfect time, He will bless us with wonderful kids, because if that wasn't His will, then He should have removed this desire in our hearts. That's just what I believe. So anyway, that's just it for today. I just felt like I needed to share it with you guys, because I know that there's also a lot of other women out there who has been trying to get pregnant but still hasn't been blessed with kids. Just hang on and keep on praying and hold on to God's promises, because He is faithful, and in His perfect time, He will definitely bless us with wonderful kids. I hope that I've inspired you with today's video, even though I'm just mumbling, like saying stuff that doesn't really make much sense, because I'm like, my brains are fried right now. It's been such a long day, and I didn't get enough sleep last night, but I hope that, you'll be blessed with this video. And if you're watching up to this point, thank you. If you've if you've watched this entire video, thank you so much. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your evening. Kay gabi na din sa moa. And you guys take care, and God bless you. Bye.